Lightning bound chest. Interesting. Opening it even gave EXP. It's so tiny, I didn't even see him over there. Oh, I found the dragon glyph.
Is this what passes for a mystic of the Maruk?
Oh, Nara! I am sorry.
Pathetic.
You were awake.
I get
I'm
knocked
glad to see
down,
you are
but I get up
okay.
again. Just caught one of my cats to being very
Well
cute.
met. Good luck.
I have one of those plastic storage bins that's used to store holiday decorations, and she's sleeping on top of it. A tiny, tiny little blanket up there. I ride the pupper? I ride the pupper. I need to backtrack for a minute to sell stuff. I have too much loot. Uh-oh. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. Oh, this is not good.
It's too far away. I need to get closer. It's too far away.
My built-in AoEs have gotten me in trouble once more.
I'm out of range.
And that it's so hard. And like, oh, it got me. Slow DK booty is too slow to get out of its AoE. Okay. Turning the quest.
Up for an adventure? Stay sharp. Go well. Take care which burrows you search.
Where are your manners? Care for the land, and it will care for you.
Okay, that's enough of that side quest for now. They really modeled the centaurs after the Khalasar in Game of Thrones this time around.
You are welcome at my fire.
Almost there. Now!
Mother!
Let the winds carry us onward. The Emerald Gardens will fall!
Hi, Squinks!
We cannot lose anymore.
Thank you for joining me.
Marithra, we mean you no harm.
It is good to see
The
you.
death of your brethren saddens our hearts as much as the death of our own kind. Balakar did this. Balakar and his clan the Nokud. They have shown their weakness and their cowardice by working with the...
How is the Foxy Fox this evening? Ghosty Fox.
Welcome.
Shortly after we returned to our ancient grove to the west, the Primalists attacked. We destroyed them time and again. The Primalists knew they needed the Centaur on their side to defeat us. Clan Noku's Dragon Killer Ballista is the key to their victory.
The Nokud are relentless. With their help, Korolev's Primalist army
Wiggling and
has found a
wiggling.
way to break our
Aw.
defenses.
Well, that is disappointing. I'm sorry, Squeak.
The barrier to the ancient bow must not fall. Within it lies our portal to the
Hopefully
Emerald
you will
Dream.
be able to
I shudder
get
to
over
think
the
what they wish to
anxiety
do to
next
it.
time and make those friends. But I know how it can be. It can't always be a victory.
Our sanctuary lies ahead. Meet me there. We will rally the remainder of our forces.
But I'm glad you are squiggling and wiggling. That is your optimal state. More or less. That didn't do what I expected. That's okay, I needed to speak to this dragon anyway. Oh.
We protect the Isles.
Oops. No, I got stuck. Need 4 ducklings, huh? Oh, of course, Squeak. You're always happy to hang out while I stream.
Tell me of your dreams.
Although I'm probably wrapping up pretty shortly here because it's getting on time for bed. But if you want, we can even hop in voice chat for a few minutes.
Is it time to go already?
Would you like to come meet me in my server, perhaps? And hop in the Collab Streams channel? Hey, Squeaks! Hi. What are you doing?
Rest
I
well.
know you said you sounded were feeling a little lonely.
I don't know if you're trying to respond, you keep... Did. Yeah, you might.
What? Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Mounts? Wait, will it now exclusively summon these when I'm in these areas?
Yuki?
Oh, I'm sorry. Apparently I was muted on Discord.
Oh, I was trying to tell you that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had said that I couldn't hear you, but you probably couldn't hear me because I was muted. Massive fail.
Aww. Silly Snap.
My new dragon feels a lot smaller. Compact model.
A hatchback.
A coupe. Dragon coupe. And now I feed baby ducks.
And this dragon is eco-friendly. Zero CO2 emissions.
Well, it is from the green Dragonflight, so it is pretty eco-friendly.
I don't know though, does it breathe oxygen into and like breathe out CO2? Cause those are emissions, nah. Those are emissions, Yuki.
They are technically, yes. However, they are also responsible for maintaining, like, all of nature. So I guess they probably get some serious carbon credits for that or something.
I don't know though. Maybe they're just buying their carbon credits off of a different company.
Never know. Wait, where am I going? I didn't mean to leave. Can I turn around? I can, okay. Oh, but I think... Search for firecrackers. What? What are firecrackers?
Firecrackers?
Yeah. It's a duck-related quest.
Well, I gathered from the quack.
Oh, and apparently I have to make this thing throw up. I don't know how that works, but... Probably have to fight it.
Has it been fun doing all of the new questy stuff?
Kind of neutral, really.
How?
Like, yeah, not super entertaining, but not, like, completely boring either.
Well, it's not completely boring. Just like slap that all over the magazine.
Right? That'll look good on the back cover of the box.
You could be having less fun.
It's possible to enjoy yourself less. As rated in VTuber magazine. I am Hero of Ducks. Okay. And I have earned a duck companion. Its name is Pilot.
Pilot?
Pilot.
Aw.
Where am I going? This right? Yeah, this is right. Okay.
Actually, I think you're going to Sweden, and I don't think you have any say in the matter. You're like, you're being sent to Sweden. It's fine.
Obligatory Sweden visit. Oops. Well, at least they have good healthcare.
See those stone
Obligatory
pillars?
makes it
They
sound
are
like
part of
it's
a
like
barrier
you
that
know, you
keeps
really
anyone
should,
from
but
approaching.
it's more
We must
mandatory.
protect them, or the island's defenses will fall.
Protect the thing. Okay, sure. Stone pillars, got it. I will forget that any moment now.
Who has the wind become the eagle?
Oh, become the eagle. Oh, literally
Primeless
become the
has
eagle.
not only
Okay.
enhanced the Nokud's abilities, but also joined their ranks. Look at the size of those stormbound colossi. This does not bode well for us. That portal must lead to where the Primalist reinforcements await. I wonder if slaying those summoners would
So how would you rate
Perhaps it would
the
collapse.
expansion compared to other
Quickly, Avara.
expansions?
Return before they see you.
I would say it's pretty on par with, like, Pandaria?
Return to the
Well,
Where,
that's a
like-
scathing review.
Yeah, where, like, the lore doesn't really match up in a lot of cases, and there's just not really, like... I don't feel a very
It's
strong
just-
call to action or anything.
It just feels like they just wanted to add a cool new race, right? Like,
Yeah, like, I mean, honestly, it also, leveling up feels really underwhelming, because with the new leveling system, not only do you actually feel weaker every time you gain a level because of the way that the mobs level up with you, and your gear falls further behind, but, the talents that you're earning are basically earning back all of the stuff that you had in the last expansion as part of your legendaries, but now they're talents. So it feels like I'm struggling a whole bunch to get back to where I already was. Which
oh no.
doesn't feel very good as far as an RPG is concerned.
Oh no. If you had to do a full, like, a ranking of all of the expansions, like, what would your order be? Including, like, vanilla as, like, the separate one.
I mean, vanilla wasn't honestly that great, all things considered, compared to a lot of the other expansions and stuff. I think a lot of people overrate it because of the fondness that they had for it, and
Yeah.
also because of the fact that it was so new and so groundbreaking at the time, which it definitely deserves credit for. But I think that, you know, as far as the content is concerned, it doesn't actually stack up all that well compared to a lot of what they're releasing today. You know, there wasn't really a lot there in terms of, like, story. There weren't a lot of, like, cinematic moments or anything like that. It was just kind of, like, lots and lots of clearing out caves full of spiders and dying to hordes of murlocs. But, I would say, like, Wrath is probably my favorite. BC had its problems, but it was still a lot of fun. Like, the extreme difficulty of it really brought people together, which had its own sense of appeal. And then later on, they kind of went the other direction with things where they went more towards Raid Finder and Group Finder and stuff, and you kind of lost that sense of community, but you gained a lot of accessibility in the game as a trade-off. So, let's see, Pandaria, I would say
You
was...
skipped over Cataclysm.
Yeah, Cataclysm was okay-ish. It was better than Pandaria. I'll give it that. It was...
It clears the low hurdle.
Yeah. It was probably around the same, level overall as, like, BC. And then, like, Warlords... It had a couple of good systems and stuff, but the content overall was kind of so-so. The call to action was definitely a little bit better. Like, things felt like the stakes were decently high. the more recent expansion, like, I really liked the lore in a lot of cases, but they just made it too, like, unbearably grindy in the early part of the expansion, and it completely lost me as a result. So, like, I guess you could call that kind of a balance issue, especially because they were trying to eliminate grinding and added more. So, I would say last expansion, lore-wise, one of the better ones, pretty close to, like, Lich King. But in terms of playability, definitely kind of dropped the ball a little bit and was probably closer to more of like a BC or a Cataclysm. And then this one, I mean, I can't fully judge it yet because I haven't fully leveled up, I haven't made it to endgame, I haven't played all the dungeons or anything like that. You know, for all I know, all this could be leading to something really epic. But so far, the leveling experience at least feels a little underwhelming. And, like, there's just a lot of moments that kind of bother me. That create a sense of, ludonarrative dissonance. It's a complicated term to use, but...
No, I know what ludonarrative dissonance is.
Okay, but yeah,
it doesn't have a story, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's like if you made a game that's like, oh yeah, like violence doesn't solve your problems, but like the gameplay is exclusively using violence to solve problems with no repercussions.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not even ludonarrative dissonance in this case, it's just narrative dissonance.
Oh no.
Yeah, because, like, in some cases it's even kind of a bit of both. Like, the dragon riding is a good example of that, right? Like, the dragon riding, they're promoting it as, like, this big feature of the expansion, which is already silly because it was ripped out of a Spyro game. And then, it doesn't feel great to begin with because we already had flying mounts in previous expansions, and they felt better to use than this does, at least in terms of their functionality. And then, narrative-wise, it doesn't even make any sense, because they didn't give us any reason whatsoever that our flying mounts don't work here. They just said that dragon riding is what you have to do now. And they kind of sold it to you as this almost like used car pitch about how great dragon riding is, that's being sold to you by a dragon.
Yeah.
And the best explanation that they were able to give was that if you're riding this dragon, then you can be an extra set of eyes for the dragon.
But what? So that's... You're not the dragon!
I know! But, and so it just doesn't make any sense that, like, they were trying to sell me on dragon riding. Like, I don't... Like, what's the story here? Like, are you, as a higher ranking dragon, just, like, enjoying bullying this lesser dragon by making me ride it? Or, like, what's going on?
I was gonna say as well, like, what if you are one of, like, the new dragon race?
Right? Like, what's the sales pitch then? I don't get it. Like, the whole thing would have made a lot more sense if it were coming from, like, one of the Wildhammer dwarves or something, but...
Or is it like, oh, what if it's like, if you're the dragon, like, race, you just turn into the dragon form and fly around?
Yeah, the Drakthir, yeah. I haven't played them yet, so I don't know how that intro scene goes as them, but I think it would be even funnier if they tried to sell you on dragon riding as yourself a dragon who is flying under your own power, and I wouldn't be terribly surprised if they did. But yeah, it's little things like that, and then like a lot of the quests where the type of quest you're doing feels like you're back to being like a random level 1 adventurer again. But then
Yeah.
other quests, they treat you as this, like, big epic hero because of all your achievements in the other expansions. And, like, there's just this constant back and forth, even sometimes from the same
It's like,
characters, as to whether or not you're important.
Am I this, like, legendary hero that's, like, done all this cool stuff, or am I, like, you know, just, like, errand girl here to, like, clean up your ducks or whatever it is you were doing?
Yeah, no, like, literally, like, one second I'm this, like, hero who only, like, I'm the only one who can possibly save their eggs and whatever, and then the next they're like, oh, and by the way, can you tend to my garden?
Yeah, I've got a bit of a duck issue. Like, you're as good as just any exterminator.
Ah.
Hello, champion. Is it time to go already? Do you see? Those
That's like-
pylons
it's
and
like
power
the
core
kind of, like,
destructive power.
What people say is like a joke for like
She will
entry level
destroy
like
the pillar,
fetch questing
and
and
the
like
ward that protects
those
the
kind of
ancient bow
things,
will
like-
fall.
oh, you've got to go around and like collect up all of my ducks. That's like the joke answer. Why is that an actual quest? And why is that for like people coming there at like high level?
Yeah, like, why is it that 1 minute I'm, you know, trying to help the dragon aspects regain their power as aspects to save the world, and another, I'm, like, go kill 5 wolves girl.
Yeah, it's just like these sounds like the sort of things that like, you know, they should be making the new like dragon characters do when they're leveling or whatever, instead of just like
Right, yeah, like as part of their starting experience or something.
instead of like, oh, we've like summoned here like the like Azeroth's mightiest warriors, like their bravest heroes, and we're gonna just absolutely exploit the fact that they're here to just like, hey, can you like take my like laundry like down the road, please?
Yeah, so you want to know one of what the like very first quests that they have you do when you come to the island is?
What?
It's to sign a guest book in an inn.
Wow.
Yeah. And they're just so impressed because it's been so long since they've had visitors. But even that doesn't make any sense, because the storyline is that all the people on this island were frozen in time for the last, like, 2,000 years and don't remember any of it. So why would they care if it's been a long time or not? They weren't conscious.
I mean, I guess maybe it's more of a bitterness of like, you know, like it's been like 2,000 years and now finally someone's showing up.
No, but it's not even that, because they act like they're in awe of the fact that they have a visitor, and they're like so happy, and then they put you to work rebuilding the visitor center.
Like, hey, yeah, like come on down, and then set up our tourist industry for us.
That's all for this episode. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe, or join me on Twitch or Twitter. Hope to see you next time on Yukikaze Gaming. Botany!